Hi everybody, I'm going to be doing a demo today on how to put the gel over wraps. I just put pumpkin spice and pumpkin pals on about, I guess it's been like today's day 6 or 5. What I did is I removed my pointy fingers to do an accent wrap. Now I usually do an accent wrap. This time I did it all the same and I'm missing my accent. So I removed it and I'm going to show you how to apply the wrap and the gels. I know I've told you, but it's maybe another thing to actually see it. So the first thing you want to do is you want to make sure that you start with a clean nail. You'll want to make sure that you also start with your nail shaped the way that you want it to look, because the wrap is like shrink wrap. It'll go right to the size and shape of your finger. All right, so the next thing you want to do after you shape your nails is make sure you have any old residue or nail polish or whatever you had on your fingers before off. And this is Jamberry's wrap and lacquer remover, and it's non-acetone based, and it's so great. It works really, really well. I'll have to do a little post on that later. And then you're going to want to cleanse or prep your nail with the nail prep cleaner, or you can use just alcohol wipes. Jamberry has their version of alcohol wipes, or you can even buy them at like the drugstore, or you could just use rubbing alcohol with a cotton pad like this. Okay, and once you've got your nails clean, of course you want to push back your cuticle. That's really important. Here's Jamberry's cuticle pusher. If you don't have one of these, maybe I could do a little giveaway, or just let me know and I'll be happy to send my VIP girls one. Okay, so here I have my clean nail all ready to go. The next thing you want to do is pick your wrap. Now, one of the things that I think is really fun about Jamberry is mixing and matching patterns. I didn't start off that way. I was very simple. I kind of did all the same and a very neutral. And then the more you do it, the more comfortable you are with maybe different designs. So you can see I have a fallish looking design, Halloween, and I wanted something black. And I thought about you can do lacquer. Here's Jamberry's great lacquers, 5 free, meaning they don't have formaldehyde and a lot of the other bad stuff that are in lacquers. And then layering a clear wrap. This is one of my favorite ones. It's metallic gold stripe, and doing that over, and boy, doesn't that look good. Yeah, the black and the gold goes really well with the pumpkin spice and the pumpkin pals over the top. But today I'm going to show you just the simplest thing, which is just a wrap, and then I'm also going to show you the gel layered on top. Okay, so I have lots of choices. Here's a zebra stripe, and here is a black and white skinny, which is one of my very favorite wraps. So I'm trying to decide, or you can even just do like the plain, here's the pumpkin spice, without the pumpkin pals layered over the top as an accent. And today I'm actually gonna go with the black and white skinny. It's one of my faves. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you're going to cut the wrap in half, because you're going to use 1/2 for your right hand and 1/2 for your left hand. And I like these orange sticks. You can get them super cheap, just a ton of them. They're really just a great tool for applying your wraps. And then you're going to need a heat source. So the heat source that I have is Jamberry's mini heater, and it's great because it's quiet. So I'm going to turn it on right now and you won't even hardly be able to hear it. It distributes just the right amount of heat that the wraps need to activate, and it's really inexpensive. It's under $20. It's only $19, and that's cheaper. I mean, when I first started, I tried to buy something off Amazon, and actually this was way cheaper than that. So the other thing you can do if you don't have a heater, you can always use a hairdryer. But you might not want to, because it blows stuff around and it's a little bit loud, but it will work. Okay. So what we're gonna do is take the wrap off the plastic, and you don't want to touch the back part of the wrap, because anytime you have oils on your hands, in fact, it'd be a good idea, I've already done this, to wash your hands before you apply wraps, and then maybe do alcohol pad over your hands. And then I actually like to just change it to my finger, and I get it warm. You don't want to get it so warm that it curls. That was probably a little too warm. It makes it a little bit harder to apply the wrap. And then I'm just going to, let me get in here, I'm going to center the wrap. And there you go. I've got it kind of centered. It's okay if it's not perfect. And if it's not, you can lift it up, get it warm, and try again. You don't want to probably do it more than 1 or 2 times though. And the next thing you're going to do is you're going to sweep your finger up the top of your finger and then on each side, just like that. Okay. And then the way that these are activated is heat and pressure. So always go back to your heat source if you need to especially get some wrinkles out. And here's where the Jamberry Cuticle Pusher is going to come in handy. You're just going to take it and really just go in and push the wrap into your cuticle. You don't want it over your cuticle. It can be really close. You can see it's really close. And then you just use the pusher to really tuck it in there and make sure that it's not on top of the cuticle or your skin, because it just won't last if it's touching your skin. Okay, once you've got it nice and laid down on your nail, you've applied heat and pressure. I'm going to heat it one more time, and I'm going to do a pull. And you see, I'm got it warm so that it's real pliable, and I'm pulling over the edge of the nail. Do you see that? How it's starting to shape to my nail already. Another thing you can do is you can get a baggie like this, get your nail warm, and just stick your finger in a baggie. It's called the baggie trick. That's really great if you have curvy nails. Curvy nails are a little bit harder to get your wraps to lay flat on there. Okay, and then I'm just gonna leave that alone while I do the other nail. And we're just gonna repeat the process. Notice I just left it on. I'm not going to really touch it just yet. Don't forget to, you know, swipe your nail with your nail prep because you want it to be nice and clean. There's some other steps that you can take, especially if you have finicky nails, like you can buff your nails to kind of create a surface that'll adhere a little bit more. I'm going to go ahead and heat the wrap up. And once again, I'm just going to center it as best I can. There we go. And I'm going to sweep up the nail and up the sides. And if I see it's really close to my cuticle especially, I'm going to heat it up nice and good. And I'm going to get in there with the cuticle pusher and tuck it in nice and tight. You can see me doing that. And it's okay if it's not a perfect fit. If you're a perfectionist, you know, you can go with a bigger wrap and cut them down. But I mean, I just don't think it makes that big of a difference. You can see this is a sample wrap, so it was slightly too small. And far away, you're never even going to be able to tell that. But if you really, you know, if that bothers you, go with a bigger wrap and you can cut it down. I don't think anybody's ever noticed that on mine. I don't even notice it. Okay, we're doing the tug and pull. We're pulling over the edge of the nail. And you can do the baggie trick if you want. I used to do that. I kind of found that it was an unnecessary step for my nail shape, so I don't really do it anymore. I've cut down. It used to take me maybe like almost an hour to apply my wraps, and I've got it down to 30 minutes easy now, especially if I just do a single layer. Okay, so now that my wraps are on, I'm going to go ahead and just take some nail trim scissors, and I'm just going to trim a large part of the excess off. And you can still, it still looks kind of really ugly on the edge, and that's totally fine. I'm going to do that on the other one too while I have the scissors handy. All right, and now you're just going to take a file. There's 2 kinds of files that I recommend. Use a higher grade, you know, regular file. Jamberry makes really good ones. Or you can use a crystal file, and this actually might be better for finishing. Crystal files are a little more gentle on your nails. And this is the #1 mistake people make. They go sideways back and forth like this to take their wraps off. You don't want to do that. It's going to lift up the wrap. So what you're going to do is go a single direction perpendicular to your nail. So see how I'm going like that? I'm not going like this. Lift, down, lift, down, lift. And you can go fast, so you don't have to go slow. It doesn't take very long. You can see already that, oh, it's having a little trouble focusing. The wrap is breaking away from the nail. Did you see that? Okay, and that means it's almost off. Okay, just keep going. Okay, and there we have the nail wrap is on. You can take it in and go a little bit at a side angle if you've got a little bit of extra. And then you go ahead and do that with the other side. It's like magic. I remember the first time I did this, I was like, what? That's so amazing. Love that. And you can see it's just peeling right away. Just go like that. And it comes right off. And voila, just like that, I have a nice accent nail, spooky little black and white stripe to go with my pumpkin pals. All right, in part 2 of this video, you will see how I add the gel finish to make these like amazingly strong nails, especially for that pointy nail, which gets a lot of action, you know. Okay, I'll see you in a few minutes.